All right, we are live. Sorry guys, I had to change the time of the show because I was in the middle of a debate somewhere else on another channel. You guys, a lot of you know what I'm talking about, but I'm here. I'm here. Don't worry, I'm here. Let's see who we have. Tree of Knowledge is here. Mohsen is here. Heavy Griddle is here. Well, nice. Heavy Griddle, I missed you. Jack is here. Tree of Knowledge, you're always here supporting me. Thank you so much. Tree of Knowledge, you support me so much. I really appreciate that. You're amazing. And Mohsen too. You all support me. You guys are amazing here. Greenbird is here. Okay, let's get into it. Guys, as you know, on this channel, where I'm giving you some amazing tips regarding how I use AI and ChatGPT to improve the way I make money and improve the businesses that I have. And I have seen amazing results for some really simple hacks that has made me so much more productive and made the businesses that I'm working with a lot more profitable. So I am going to go through this new strategy that I have to, again, I'm not exaggerating, but when I with this simple hack that I use now with ChatGPT, I get to do the exact things that I need to do to have the highest impact on growing the business that I'm working on. So, and again, I go and study people, and the best people that have not only been successful in business but have turned it into a science, and then I try to replicate what they're doing using ChatGPT by creating projects that replicates their behavior and improves upon it. And I'm so excited about this new way that I do this that I think that I need to share this with all of you guys. Especially right now, one of the people that I have become more interested in and I'm studying more, and whenever I apply his methods, things just magically become better, is Alex Hormozi. And he specifically talks about a way that he looks at figuring out what he needs to be focusing right in his business at every moment, identifying what that thing is to put all his focus and attention to get the highest result. And I have turned his philosophy and his method to a series of AI ChatGPT prompts that will work as effective as having him as your advisor with you at all times, just looking at your business and identifying exactly what you need to be doing at any given moment. So let me explain. Let me see who's in the chat now. Yeah, Tree of Knowledge saying, hello, my dopamine. Well, thank you for that. Greenbird saying, I'm here. Uh, Tree of Knowledge saying, your brain is amazing. Well, thank you. Stephanie saying, hello. Jack is saying, Armin, what businesses do you have? I don't, well, I mean, because there's so many people who are trying to hurt me, I don't really go into that much. But I could tell you some of them are location based, brick and mortar, and some of them are just online based. Mary is here. Hi, Mary. All right. So let me just get into it, right? So, guys, when you start doing a business, there are three phases where your understanding of your business evolves. And this is if you keep growing. When you start, at first you start a business, and first of all, congratulations if you ever start a business, because most people think starting a business is too scary and it's too complicated and it's too risky and they would never do that. And guys, by the way, starting a business is the most liberating thing you could ever do, because it gives you so much control over your life, and it's the most powerful way of generating wealth more than anything else. Basically, starting your business, at least moving in the direction of starting your business, right? But once you finally start making money and you say, like, holy crap, people are actually paying me, directly, not an employer, not a company. Like people are actually I have customers, I have clients, I am making something worth paying for. Somebody actually exchanged money for something that I made or something that I did, right? That's such a magical feeling, by the way. It's so much more magical than getting your paycheck from a company. A company is just producing something and you're just a cog in the machine. When you actually generate something yourself, create something yourself, and somebody finally votes yes with their wallet and says like, oh, that thing you made, I want it and I'm willing to pay money for it. That moment is such a, like, I wish I could experience that first moment a million times, because that is a very magical moment that you, not a company, not a separate company, you created something and somebody like, yeah, I want that and I'm going to pay for it. Okay. That is a really powerful feeling. I mean, some people are born into being business owners, so they don't understand how powerful that first feeling is. But I'm getting away from the point. When you finally make your first dollar or shekels or real or whatever, right? And then you say like, holy crap, I'm a business owner. I'm a business owner now, right? When you get that feeling, then you will describe yourself as a business owner, but your understanding of the business you are in is wrong. You would think that I'm in a restaurant business, I'm in a cleaning business, I'm in a consulting business, I'm in a SaaS business, I'm in, I don't know, gym business, whatever. But as soon as you grow a little bit, I mean, you will stay in this phase of your business if you decide that I'm just here to make money, some money, any money, right? I'm just here to make a living. But if you become somebody that gets interested in just scaling and becoming bigger and bigger and making more money, right? At some point you realize that my I'm not actually in the gym business or in the consulting business or an agency business or whatever. I'm actually in a marketing business. Because after you get the main parts of your business in place, all the things that makes your business provide the goods and services that it does, then you realize that to grow, you need to bring more people into the services that you offer right now. So you will realize like, I'm actually my main business is marketing, because you created the offer. Now you need to go get leads. And basically, there's three ways of doing that. It's either by creating content or paid ads or one-to-one conversation with people through events or calling, right? Those are the ways that you get more leads to come to buy your goods and services. So then you realize that the engine of your business, which is, I don't know, the restaurant, the gym, your consulting services, or whatever, is just doing its thing. The main thing that I need to now focus on to make more people aware of the great offer that I've created here to come and buy my goods and services is to just focus now on generating more leads. And that will become your major part of the focus. It's so much so that your main business will become marketing, because you have created the whole system that is doing its thing now, and you need to just do marketing, and that becomes 90% of your focus. So the principles for all of them are the same. Like, it doesn't matter what business you are in. When it comes to lead generation and marketing, the principles on how to be successful in this is mostly the same with regards to, and that's why at some point most business owners will end up doing the exact same thing, well, very similar things to what other business owners are doing, because the engine is running. Now I need to do marketing, right? However, the more I'm studying Alex Hormozi and his philosophy and the way he's successful, I realized that there's a third layer to this, right? Because he thought at some point that all businesses are basically marketing, promotions and marketing. That's what you need to do, lead generation, to get more people to come buy from you. But then he described having a conversation with one of his friends that was into in the cleaning business, right? And he was talking to him, and his friend told him that the cost of acquiring new customers is only $25 in his business. And he was like, what the hell? That's it? So you have to understand that that's a very low number, meaning that it was very easy for him to get more people to want to buy his services from a cleaning company, because the offer is just the offer sells itself. Like, you pay us this much and your house will be clean. Like, there was so much demand for it that the marketing part was so easy. Basically the barrier, the choke point, the wall that he was hitting was not finding more people that would want to buy from him. The barrier, okay, and this is what you need to do. You need to find the barrier. You need to find what the wall is. Okay, here, before I tell you what this guy's barrier was, what was the obstacle in the way? And again, this is very interesting because we always talk on this channel about how the obstacle is the way. Because if you could find the answer to this question, not just your business, with regards to everything in your life, if you could find the answer to this question, you will find the answer to a second question. Let me tell you the first question, and I'll tell you the second question, and the answer to both of them are the same. Here's the question. What is the main obstacle, the main barrier, the main wall that I need to dig into? Okay? The main obstacle in my way right now that is stopping me from growing, 10xing my business, or progressing in the path that I'm in, or getting exponentially more productive. And again, this could be about your business, it could be about your relationships, it could be about whatever projects that you're working on. This question, what is the main? So here's where I am. Here's my goal. What is the main obstacle? The one thing that if I remove from out of my way, I will get so much closer to that goal. If you find the answer to that question, you will find the answer to the second question. Here's the second question. What is the main thing that I need to focus most of my attention on to be able to get to my goal? Do you understand how this seems very simple, but this is a very powerful thing to understand? This is why the obstacle is the way is so powerful of a concept to understand. This is not something that we just say. This is not just a Stoic philosophy. It actually works. And it's very simple. All I have to do to convince you is, well, whatever the main obstacle in my way is, obviously removing that is the thing that will get me closest to my goal. You would think, well, duh, that's easy. But we act like this seems obvious, but if you watch our behavior, we move away from our obstacles. Whenever there's a wall between us and our goals, we look at the wall and we see how thick it is, and we decide that we need to move away. Whenever we see obstacles in our path, we think, well, this is not the path, and we avoid the obstacles. We are scared of the obstacles, and we move in different directions. But the obstacles are supposed to be your North Star. The obstacles are the way. If you find the one thing that if you destroy or eliminate, your path towards your goal will become so much easier to go through, and you will grow so much more rapidly, then your entire focus should be on removing that obstacle. The obstacle is the path. The obstacle is not in your path. The obstacle is the path. The obstacle is not in your way. The obstacle is the path, is the way. So let's go back to the example of the cleaning business that I mentioned. You guys are with me? Oh, so Jack is saying, what are leads? Leads are potential customers or clients. So when you leads are people who might be interested. So we have cold leads and warm leads. Cold leads are people who are very unaware or are not about your business. Warm leads are people who have showed some interest. So you go from cold leads to warm leads and eventually to paying clients. Okay? That's what leads are. Yeah, Stephanie said, I can't imagine being a business person, but I definitely respect people who do that. Well, Stephanie, being a business owner sounds very scary until you realize that um, somebody you could have a lemonade stand and you would be a business owner. You could be teaching a kid how to play a piano, and you are a business owner. You could say like, "Hey, I will do your meal preparation for you for one person," and somebody like, "Give me $10 and I will do your meal preparation for you." You would be a business owner. Business owner is not something scary. I'm like, oh my god, business owner. Like that sounds like somebody who manages a company. You could be like, hey, I will just help you with your homeworks if you pay me like $50. That's a business owner. It's not a very. You could do knitting. You could do knitting, and put your videos online, your knitting videos online, and make ad money, and you will be a business owner, right? So yeah, so don't look at the business owner as something really big and like it's very simple. Being a business owner means that, hey, I have something that somebody else wants, and they're paying me for it. That's all that is. That's all that being a business owner is. Yeah. So Stephanie's saying it's not that I find it scary. I just have such a hard time picturing myself in that position. Basically, yeah. Well, if you could picture it, it could be very liberating. Maybe we should give it a different name. Yes, as Stephanie saying, but I can still apply these ideas to my life. Yes, because the principles that I'm teaching you does not apply just to business. It applies to any project or any goal that you're going for, right? But let's go back to the cleaning service, the example that I was just giving, right? So that Alex's friend was saying that. So Alex was saying, then what is it? What is the obstacle in your business? If convincing people to become paying clients is so easy, and the cost of acquiring new customers is only $25, for $25 of ads or like cost of creating content or ads or something, I could get a new willing paying customer. Then what is the obstacle in the cleaning business? So he explained that my obstacle right now, the choke point, the thing that I need to fix or get better at is it's really hard to find or train good cleaning people. Like there are not enough people who clean well. So you might be able to have, I don't know, many people who are like, yeah, I will pay you money, come clean my house. But I don't have enough people to send them because it's really hard to find good people that clean well. So what is this guy? So if gaining new customers is easy, but finding a good cleaning crew is hard, then what business is he in? Is he in the cleaning business? Not really. Is he in the marketing business? Not really, because that's not his problem. That's not the obstacle. He's in the recruiting and training business. So if you are in a cleaning business, you think that you're in the cleaning business, but you're not actually in the cleaning business. You're in a recruiting and training business. That's the actual business. That's what actually your business is about. And then when you frame it like that, you will realize that, holy crap, I need to create my systems and my entire focus at becoming better at recruiting and training. That's my business. So now that you understand that mindset, a lot of people would pay, like Alex Hormozi, his getting him to come and identify these things for you and talk to you for 1 hour, he will probably cost you $50,000 or more probably to talk to you for 1 hour. For 1 hour of talking, it will cost you tens of thousands of dollars, if not $100,000, right? However, I I have a series of prompts that I will give you for free. And it will be as if you have Alex Hormozi telling you exactly what you need, what business you're actually in, what is the obstacle, the main obstacle in your business or whatever project you're working on, and what is the thing you need to be focusing your entire attention on and building systems around so that you could scale your business. If you're into scaling your business, if you're just happy with the business that you have and you're trying to just make a buck and just have a living, then just run your business. But if you're trying to scale, if you're trying to 10x grow rapidly and make your business grow beyond what it is, then this is what you do. Let me go through these prompts with you. By the way, guys, I have a client that I need to make sure that I don't miss. Oh, my client emailed me. I think he might be here in the chat. Okay, so I have to. He's asking me for the meeting link. So let me see. 1 second. I want to make sure that I don't miss it. All right, so let me go through these prompts so I don't miss my meeting. All right, let me go through this, guys. This is very powerful. This is worth. You don't believe me? It's fine. These series of prompts are worth thousands of dollars, and you get to have it for free. Well, it's not. The only thing I have to pay is a $20 a month ChatGPT subscription, and you don't have to pay that to me. And if you don't have that right now, I don't know what do I need to do to convince you that you need that. Okay. Anyways, let's go through this. So in ChatGPT, as I explained before, I don't spend much time in the first page where you go in and you write it a prompt, right? I try to spend most of my time in the projects area because that area is a lot more powerful than the simple talk to ChatGPT about something and then get some results from it, right? Give it a prompt and get some results for it. And that's the reason why I think you should pay for ChatGPT, because the projects area of ChatGPT is only available right now to paid members, right? So I have I think I have more than 20 different projects right now running, and every project has its own instructions area, right? So every time each one of my business has multiple projects on ChatGPT. And by the way, the fact that I have multiple businesses is wrong. I will try to focus on just one. But I learned from Alex Hormozi that if you have multiple businesses, you're not really married to your business. You're just flirting around with different businesses. So at some point, I need to figure out a way for me not to be involved in those other businesses and some other people just take over it, and I just make whatever they make from it and they become the managers of that, because I need to identify the most profitable business and just focus my entire attention on that one. Having this many businesses is basically a disaster. You need to focus on the one that has the most potential and make that one scale that one, which is something that I know that I'm supposed to do at some point, right? So keep in mind that that's the situation I'm in right now with these prompts that I'm giving you, right? So I have a ChatGPT project. It has already its instructions. Keep that in mind. So I'll go through the prompts. First one. I tell ChatGPT, this is a prompt. Look at these project instructions and see if you can explain in detail the business that I'm in. So I will copy and paste my project instructions, and I will see if ChatGPT could describe my business, and we're in the same. I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page before I continue. Then my second prompt is, based on the memory that you have of our conversations, list every business that I'm in and give me a description of each. This is just another attempt at what I'm trying to do with the first prompt. These are two different ways of me getting on the same page with ChatGPT regarding what we're even talking about, right? Then this is the third prompt. I say, ask me the 5 best questions so that after I answer you, you have enough information about my business so you have a full understanding of what this business is about. This is so after it has a general understanding of the business, I just wanted to clarify certain things. This will make it have much better context about what we're talking about before we move to the next step. So this is my next prompt. Okay, I say, Alex Hormozi often says that many people who are in a business, they're not actually in the business that they think they are. What does he mean by that? Right? So I have, when I'm asked, by the way, every single prompt that I'm using the thinking model. I'm not using the instant model. I'm using the thinking model because I want to make sure that I get this right. When I ask ChatGPT this, when I give it this prompt, it goes and investigates Alex Hormozi's philosophy and what he really means. I just want ChatGPT to pull that into our conversation so it has a good understanding of that before we move to the next step. Here, again, I haven't really written this prompt properly yet. I just wrote some notes. Here, because this is something that I'm creating. I haven't yet applied it myself, but I just noticed how the previous ones work so well. So I was so excited to share this with you guys. So even though I haven't yet fully used it, I just wanted to make sure that I come here and tell you guys because the initial results are fantastic. Here, I'm going to add a prompt, which I haven't added yet, regarding it asking me, now that it understands Alex Hormozi's philosophy, I'm going to put a prompt here where it now asks more clarifying question so that we could better identify what my business is about. So I haven't yet figured out exactly how to prompt this, but you get it. You could figure that out yourself. And now that we are so now here's the next prompt. Now that we are more aligned regarding ChatGPT understanding of what my business is and what we're trying to do, I say, so based on what you know about my business, how does Alex's point apply to me? Look into Alex's philosophy and figure out exactly what the real business, what business I'm really in. What is the main thing that would 10x my business, scaling it? What is the choke point? Right? And then once it identifies that, I will make this the next prompt just basically makes you zoom in, right? So the next prompt, after we identify the main wall, the main barrier, the obstacle in the way, I say, what is the one thing that I need to be putting all my attention on to 10x my business? If you go through these prompts, then now you will have an answer that most business owners don't have and do not understand. And as your business grows, you have to do this multiple times because as your business grows, the answer to this question might differ. You will have the advantage of knowing exactly what to focus on at whatever phase you are in your business to have the highest impact on improving your business with these series of prompts that I just gave you. Please understand that most businesses are just surviving because they're just trying to keep everything intact. But if you do this, this is the most powerful way of knowing exactly what levers to pull for it to have the highest impact. This series of prompts will do wonders. I hope you understand the importance of this. So, Tree of Knowledge is saying fantastic. Yeah, Falcon saying I have to check him out. You do, yes. That guy is fantastic. Falcon saying I don't know if I could trust Alex Hormozi. I didn't know if I could trust Alex Hormozi. He seemed too big. Well, he wasn't this big always. He was bankrupt completely at some point. In fact, somebody that was almost completely was wiped out completely. He was completely broke. The fact that he's this big, that's exactly the type of people that you need to listen to. Oh, Tara saying, Armin, I gotta go. Love you. Well, thank you. I love you too. Okay. Stephanie, that's funny. All right, guys. I hope you understand the impact of what I just gave you. I hope you apply it. I will come again on this channel, giving you new, powerful ways to figure out how to, succeed at almost anything. That's what I'm here. I'm basically using AI to create systems, coming up with the best prompt strategies and the best tools to figure out solutions for different things regarding growing your business and also overcoming other problems in your life. So these new technologies that we have now are very powerful, and I think most people are not using them to their fullest potential. I have seen so much improvement in so many areas of my life, and it just upsets me to see people think that ChatGPT is just something that you could ask. It's just a replacement for Google or something that could just make images for you. Like most people who are using AI these days, they're just using it for like they're not systems oriented. They're not seeing the actual potential of how big of a they feel like, oh yeah, it's great. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT if this is healthy or not before I eat it. I mean, that's good that you're doing that, but there's so much more here. And if you just be with me on this journey so I could unlock so many, and again, this is just the beginning. These tools are going to become so much more powerful, and there's going to be so many bigger problems that we could fix with them, and so many locked doors that we could unlock. And I'm in the process of studying so many people and finding the best ways to do this. And anybody who's in business, if they listen to me, they will, I hope they understand what gift I just gave you and you apply this to your business, because I know these work. I've studied it, I've seen what other people do, and I applied them, and I'm doing trial and error. So I come here with some degree of confidence when I show these solutions to you, right? So please recommend this to other people who you think that might need them, okay? Because this is too valuable not to share. All right, I'm gonna head out. I have a client that I need to talk to. Tiffany saying thanks, Ermi. Well, thank you, all of you. I have a client in about 30 minutes, so I need to go get ready for that. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thank you for liking, subscribing, hitting the bell notification, and all the positive support that. Oh, Jack is saying thank you, and Tree of Knowledge. You guys, your messages really give me a lot of motivation, so I appreciate that. All right, guys, I'll see you again soon. Bye.